Hey guys, what's up? It's Ebony. And as you can see by the title, today we're going to talk about 5 things I learned about starting a business. So without further ado, let's get into it. I've technically started 3 businesses. One of them has an LLC and has been in existence for the longest amount of time. One of them gets the most attention compared to the other 2. And then one of them gives me the most fulfillment and enjoyment. The first thing that I've learned is that you cannot tell everyone about the business that you want to start. I learned this the hard way. When I first got into business itself, I told everybody about it. Some people were very supportive, other people. So I did learn the hard way, but in that I learned who in my life was safe to talk to about it and who could give me really nice advice and be a part of my support system. When you're thinking about starting a business, make sure you don't tell everyone without thinking about and analyzing at least a little bit who would really be the best person or which group of people would be the most supportive or have the best advice to give you. Number 2, you're allowed to be excited. Now, we hear from a lot of business owners, you have to make sure that you're focused and you cannot depend on your initial excitement of starting a business. Now, I do agree with this, but I think that when you balance it out and say, hey, even though I'm planning on being dedicated and disciplined and fully committed to this business, I'm so excited. I've always wanted to start a business. I've always wanted to start this type of business specifically, and I'm very proud. I think that when you balance those out, you get the best results for your business. Number 3, it won't always be fun. So, firsthand, I can definitely say this because yes, it is an absolute blast getting all of the things organized, such as like what you want your business name to be, exactly what the setup is going to be, how are you going to build it. Those things are really, really fun to figure out. But when you actually get into the process of it all, and if you have clients, figuring out how to interact with them, those things can be stressful because at the end of the day, it's work. A short story that will back this up. I just finished a pet sitting job, and this household has 4 pets. One of them is a young dog or puppy. I don't know how old she is, but I know she's young. This dog is a counter surfer. And if you don't have a dog, if you don't know what that is just a dog that likes to grab things off of the counter. This can be very, very stressful, especially if you would consider yourself a forgetful person like me. I have PTSD just from thinking about it, but I would have to be very creative and figure out the safest, most positive way to redirect her attention so that I can put it away. So that just goes to show you that it's not always going to be peaches and cream. You're going to have some times where you need to have some like critical thinking and figure things out. So it would be really good to think about that and really consider what you would and wouldn't be able to like handle and what business would be best for you. Which goes into my next point, which is a failed business is not a bad thing. Now, I know that sounds really backwards, but hear me out. If your first, second, third business fails, it means that you can put it away and you now have the rest of your time to explore what you're actually supposed to be doing for the rest of your life. So you're no longer taking time in this business that you know now isn't the right business for you. and you can focus your time, your energy on something that obviously has more potential to succeed, since you're not just going to try the same thing over again, or you're not going to try the same approach over again. So I see a failed business as a positive thing when you make it a positive thing. And positivity is a huge thing that you're going to need starting a business. And last but not least, you're going to need help. So depending on how big or how small you're wanting your business to be, and I'm imagining you want your business to grow and get bigger, you're going to want to build a sounding board, and you're going to want to build a support system. For all of my super independent folks out there, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But someone else might have some really good ideas about marketing, and that may be an area that you're not necessarily super strong in. Or if you need help figuring out what you want your pricing to be, what you want your hours to be. Obviously, you have a creative mind and you have a business mind if you're thinking to start a business in the first place, and if you've already come up with a business. But just imagine like 2, 3, or like a group of people that also think creatively. That's gonna really help you in the long run. Those are the 5 things that I've learned about being a business owner. If you're a business owner already, obviously you learned some things too. So if you guys want to share anything that you've learned, please bless us in the comment section. I really want this to be a space where we're like talking to each other and helping each other, because we're already a community of people that either want to start a business or have started a business. I hope this video was inspiring, if not helpful. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to click that like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. All right, busy bees, see y'all, love y'all, bye.